Niger 1 week to cede power or face the possible use of force and slapped financial sanctions. More in our next report.
Days after a military coup took place in Niger, efforts are underway to avoid further conflict. Neighboring nations across West Africa are condemning the detention of President Mohamed Bazoum. A political bloc of 15 West African nations have imposed sanctions on the coup leaders, issuing an ultimatum to the army to reinstate the democratically elected president within 7 days.
In the event the authorities' demands are not met within 1 week, take all measures necessary to restore constitutional order in the Republic of Niger. Such measures may include the use of force.
Leaders across the region also used talks over the weekend to propose fresh measures in response to the coup.
In the meantime, the following measures are to be applied with immediate effect. 1. Closure of land and air borders between ECOWAS countries and Niger. 2. Institution of ECOWAS no-fly zone on all commercial flights to and from Niger. Suspension of all commercial and financial transactions between ECOWAS member states and Niger. Freeze all service transactions, including energy transactions.
Meanwhile, the president of neighboring Chad, Mohamed Idriss Déby, flew to Niger's capital, Niamey, to meet with the coup leader, Abdurrahmane Tiani. Déby says he hopes to broker a peaceful resolution. The situation in the capital remains tense. Supporters of the coup have attacked the embassy of France, Niger's former colonial ruler. The crowd could be seen breaking windows, lighting fires and chanting anti-French slogans. Despite international condemnation, the leaders of the coup remain defiant and appear to show little interest in giving up their surprise power grab. Antara Sinha for DD India.
And for the latest in Niger, let's go to DD India correspondent Tesem Akende, who joins us from Jos in neighboring Nigeria. Tesem, supporters of the coup have expressed anger over France's influence in its former colony. Could you tell us something more about this alleged French influence in Niger?
Yes, indeed. There's so much French influence in Niger. First of all, Niger had its independence from France in 1960. You know, several years down the line, there's been a lot, as customary with former colonies. French has had a lot of support to to Niger. So I mean, their relationship dates decades long. With what is happening at the moment, it really does not speak well, because Niger, just like Nigeria here, is battling an insurgency, and a lot of people in that country rely on humanitarian assistance. The United Nations has declared a seizure of that support, and of course other sanctions from ECOWAS, and then with France coming in now with sanctions. I mean, it does not speak well for Nigerians and the government altogether. So yes, they have a relationship that dates several years, and that's the situation, really. Yes.
The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has warned that it will take measures, including the use of force, if ousted President Mohamed Bazoum is not reinstated. But what can it do in concrete terms that would lead to the reinstallation of a constitutionally elected government?
Yes, indeed, the ECOWAS, talking about the Economic Community of West African States, which is the regional bloc here in West Africa, met yesterday in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, with President Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria presiding over that meeting. Different measures, among which is a no flight zone, and several countries cutting trade with Niger Republic, all in a bid to force the military junta to release, the president and, of course, allow democracy to pave sway. So, yes, they are doing all they can to ensure that, peace returns to that country.
And Tesem, Chad is trying to mediate. Can its efforts work?
Well, we can't answer in the affirmative. I can be categorical. We're all monitoring. We're all seeing different countries, monitoring. Before now, we had the chairperson of ECOWAS talking about Bola Tinubu, on behalf of ECOWAS, sending the president, of Benin Republic, his Benin counterparts to Niger to see how, he could mediate on behalf of the West African Regional Bloc. So, yes, with Chad coming in to add its voice and, of course, other countries, we may not just be very far from, peace returning in the polity in Niger Republic.
Tesem Akende joining us from Jos in neighboring Nigeria. Thank you. Moving on now.